Okay, I'm just going to grab these tangents here and just rotate those so they're smooth. And then translate Z. It's not really traveling too much. Well, it's not traveling at all, honestly. So I'm just looking at the root. So bring that down a little bit. So those arms are going a little weirdness going on these arms. So I'm going to figure out what's going on here. So I'm going to select all the keyframes to this guy. Okay, so frame 1, frame 15. So I can probably tone this down. This is a little much here. So just kind of rotating these so I can put a little bit into the elbow here. Okay, so I'm going to go select that arm and just go hit S on frame 15 and then middle mouse click to 1 and hit S. Okay. And then I'm actually going to bring that arm back and then put a little rotation into the elbow. There we go. So now I'm actually looking at the rotation. So I don't want frame 2 to have any keys, nor 5, nothing on 9, 12 or 13. So it's just, there we go. Okay, grab this one again, so 2, 5, 9, 12 and 13. Go. So let's take a look at, actually I'm going to go to animation 2 again, and this one, so frame 8, just want to double check this. So kind of push that elbow, so it's like you just kind of pushing that left arm, or the right arm. There we go. Okay, and just look at our last pose as well. This might be a little much. Just kind of pushing that out a little too much. There we go. So that, I will select the clav, and then down to the elbow, down to 15, frame 15, and frame 1. And then here, just kind of look. Okay, so frame 4. So actually, I'm going to push this one back on frame 4. So on the head, I'm actually going to leave everything. So one, I'm actually going to delete all this. So now I just have keyframes on 1, 8, and 15. Okay, and then so from here, when I hit that down, I'm going to go to 3 and then put a little rotation going down on the Z. So, and then when he comes back up, right here to the 6, I'm going to raise his head. Actually, I'll probably do it on frame 7, just to offset. So bam, brings his head up. Actually 8, I'm going to actually delete. So the down, the one right after the down, I'm going to put his head down, and then the one right before foot. So let's see, so frame 7, I want the same rotation, so 17, let's go 17 here. So if we look at our rotation, a little bit. So if we turn off our controls, okay. I do want to add a fist to his hands. So actually going to select all of his fingers. Oops, so just the fingers. Okay, and then I'm going to go to Maya Classic, or actually just animation. Then we can open up our studio library and just make a selection. So new selection set, and we'll call this right fingers, and save. Don't really need, so ignore that. This is just a selection set. And then from here, oops, actually I'm going to just deselect all the thumbs and then just go to my rotation tool by hitting E. And then actually just going to close his fingers. And then I'll grab the thumbs again. And then close his thumb. Put that like so, and then grab the top one and just move that down like that. There we go. Okay, so right fingers, we'll select that again, and from this one I'm actually going to just go and delete. Actually go back to frame 10 since we have the fist pose, and so I'll go new pose and say a right fist, and actually if we zoom up and say save, just say thumbnail yes, it's actually going to just grab that fist pose. Okay, and then I'm going to actually just grab everything and delete, and then just go to frame 1 and hit that pose. And then on 15 I'm going to hit S. There we go. So that whole fist is, right, so this guy, If I right finger selection sets, let's see, select content. Looking to see if I can just mirror directly. So from this pose, if I mirror, let's see. Okay, wonder if I can. So I'm just going to grab all these fingers for the left. Do a new selection set. Say left fingers. Save. Yes. Okay, and then let's try and do a right fist pose. Just mirror. Nope. Interesting. So okay, so what I'm going to do is go and say select right fingers, and then I'm going to go to pose 1, copy, and then go to select left fingers and select all and delete and do a paste on frame 1. There we go. We got that pose. Okay, close down Studio Library, set a keyframe. Whoops. So actually, say paste, and then I'm set a keyframe here, and a keyframe on 15. There we go. And so go back to animation 2 just to get a little bit more real estate. And then here we can put some offsets to the hands. So I'm actually going to just pull that back. In Y. And then in 11, push it up. Going the opposite way. Just like he's dragging his hand. There we go. So I want to do the same to the other one. So this one is going to be going back. So frame 4. So bring his hand back. And then 11. All right, so bam. Okay, so I'm actually selecting the spine 2 and the chest, and then I want to put just a little bit of rotation. So kind of leaning him into the opposite pose. So with the neck, actually I'm going to delete all these on the neck. So just one. So I don't want anything on these. So just 1, 8, and 15. Don't know why I'm getting rotation there. So actually I'm going to just delete anything on the head as well. Delete. Delete this. So just the neck for now. Okay, where are you rotating that way? This should be turning this way right now. Not here. Just trying to clean up what's going on here. So I'm actually going to delete the in-betweens here. I was getting some weird rotations. It's so strange. Okay, so from here, since we are going that way, and so I'll put that on 15 as well, and then opposite on 8, and then on the neck, actually going to get that neck looking forward, and the neck looking forward here, and over to 15 as well. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to turn off my rig controls and just do, let's take a look. That looks like a simple little run cycle. And then also, one thing that we forgot to do as well is the hips. So I'm going to grab those hips, and then I'm going to actually delete everything in between, all the in-betweens, just our 1, 8, and 15 poses. So this way I can push that hip forward. Okay, so 15, and then I want to go to 1 because it's the same pose, and then 8, I'm going to flip to the other side, and then also point this down, and point this down on 1, 15, there we go. These are subtle things, but it definitely sells that hip. You can see his hips are, there's that, if I turn off the controls, you really see it in the belt. with the belt area. Actually, looks like he's like really running through there. So, all right, from there, I'm going to call that good, and we have ourselves a run cycle.